All right, everybody, welcome to Wrestling with Reality. Hope everybody's having a great start to your week, great middle of the week, wherever you're at. Hopefully you're doing well. I am John, and of course, joining me as always is my gimpy partner tonight, Mr. Richie Reardon. Richie, what's going on, brother man?
Not much, man. Happy to be here tonight, and wouldn't miss it for the world, brother. I'm excited to cover this. I'm actually gonna admit right now that I was completely wrong on this guy that we're talking about tonight. Besides his costume that I still fucking hate,
Yeah.
you know, I think he's great. So I can't wait to cover it with you and go over it. It's gonna be a fun one.
Raw was a fun episode this week, man, for the most part.
Yeah.
So I watched most all of it this week, and it was really, really good, man. We'll get into Oba in a little bit because I'm excited to talk about him for sure, man, because what an intro to Raw this week. But we got a lot of fun stuff planned. I know we're going on a little bit early this week, so if our normal crowd doesn't get a chance to join us early enough, we apologize. But Richie's here despite having a very, very battle wound today.
Yeah. It sucks, dude. It sucks, but we'll move on from there. We don't need to talk about it.
Richie is a bad dude. Let me tell you right now. You know the guy in Happy Gilmore? They got the nail through his arm. Richie's like made this guy worse, and Richie's here. Okay. He's kicking ass and taking names. Sabu ain't got shit on Richie Reardon tonight.
I appreciate that.
You're a tough son of a bitch, bro. You are a tough son of a bitch, man. I got a fucking paper cut this week, bro. That fucking hurt like hell, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
Seriously, bro, like a fucking paper cut just about took me out. That's when you're getting old and you're becoming a candy ass.
Yeah, I know.
So what's new, man? How's your week going?
It's going pretty good, dude. It broke 100 degrees today out here in Arizona.
100 degrees, huh?
Yep, we are March 18th, and we're already at 100 degrees, which is crazy. We're breaking records already, so
wow,
interesting. The thing that I think is very interesting is the world of combat sports right now is so unpredictable. We talked about the Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano card, and basically, we went over that, but they threw another Hail Mary this week, dude. And it's pretty interesting because this is no slouch of a fight that they added to this card. That was already pretty good from the start. I have to give them their flowers where it's due. I have to give Jake Paul his flowers where it's due. They got Platinum Mike Perry and Nate Diaz, who are two of his former opponents that he's faced in the boxing ring. And they're going to be doing it in an MMA cage. And everybody's been wanting the return of Nate Diaz into the cage, into the octagon. Now they're having Mike Perry return as well. This is going to be a great fight, I think, but it's going to be a tough one for Nate, I think. Unless he gets
actually been active.
That and if it goes to the ground, let's be honest, Nate Diaz, it's over.
Yeah,
he'll win, no problem. But if it stays on the feet, Platinum Mike Perry, since he's gone to bare knuckle, man, I'll tell you what, he's shown a different fucking animal than when he was in the UFC.
I never liked him in the UFC when he was in before. I like him since he's been in bare knuckle, man. I root for the dude. I wanted to see him win against Jake Paul. I know he didn't win, of course, and I know he was kind of stepping out of his element. I wanted to see him win, actually. I kind of like the guy now, and he's always been kind of an unlikable prick to me, but he's kind of won me over a little bit. I think Nate's in trouble.
I think Nate's in trouble too, and this was one that came out of nowhere. It was a Hail Mary that they threw. I didn't see this fight coming. I didn't even think of Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz ever.
Mm-hmm.
And Nate Diaz is a to me he's a tall 170 pounder, but he's a very skinny 170 pounder. Mike Perry, and this is going to be contested at 170 pounds. Mike Perry is a very buff dude at 170 pounds. So this is a tall order for Nate Diaz, I think.
Did they add Mighty Mouse to the card too?
I didn't see that, did they?
Yeah, I think they added Mighty Mouse to the card yesterday too.
Against who?
Let me check really quick.
Because I know they were trying to get Anderson Silva versus Chris Weidman.
Oh no!
I'm glad they
did that shit again.
No, because listen, Weidman. I mean, it'd be the one-legged ass kicking contest for the two of them.
Yeah. I mean, I think Anderson would beat him probably, but that's just me.
I think with ease.
Oh, he's refuting his claims over it. No, they haven't had it yet, but they were rumored to potentially have him.
Wow.
For Demetrius. So they were rumored, but he refuted the claims over a comeback fight. He'd be a good addition to it, wouldn't he?
He'd be a good addition. I don't think he's a needle mover as far as selling fights.
He never was a needle mover when he was in.
Yeah, to me, listen, I'll give him his credit. Like, he's the best of his weight division for sure, by far. But bro, I mean, the fight, that's not saying much. The fights are boring. You know,
I find the 125-pound division to be the most brutally boring fucking division to watch. Just gonna say that there.
I don't enjoy watching it. You know, I don't enjoy watching it. So if he's on there or not,
What's up, Les? Black Jack's in the house from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Damn it.
Yep.
Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I've never been a fan of the 125-pounders, but I am a fan of this Mike Perry fight, and I'm gonna enjoy watching this one. They're putting on a nice little card here so far with Nagano got added last week too, you know. And I think you're going to get Nagano and Jake Paul in a boxing match after that. I think that's the next step that they're setting up.
Yeah, Jake Paul, I think, is going to be out for a long time though because of his jaw.
Well, let's be realistic. Nagano gets in there about once a year at his rate that he's doing if he's lucky. So, you know, I mean, this is a cash grab for him because he just got released from the PFL a few weeks ago. So
yeah, he did. They both came to terms to it. You know, I think he's a troublemaker anywhere he goes.
Yeah, he's a dick.
He's the kind of guy that, you know, overprices himself and thinks the world of himself. And he forgot where he came from, honestly, because he was a homeless janitor for a long time. And you would think he would be a humble dude after making millions of dollars and stuff like that, but he's not, you know.
He looks like a prick.
Yeah.
He really does. He looks like a prick. And I mean, I would want to fucking step in there with him. The dude's a savage and just kills people when he hits you.
Hey, this nobody that he's fighting, I hope knocks his fucking head off.
I mean, I think the luster got taken off of him when Anthony Joshua put him to sleep real fast, you know. Yeah. And I think he would put Jake Paul to sleep though if he connected on him.
Nagano?
Yeah,
it's a possibility. You know.
Yeah, the guy hits like a fucking truck. It probably wouldn't work out with Jake's jaw getting rewired twice now. I think, right?
Yeah, he was spitting screws out while he was on leave.
Dude, you got to give Jake Paul credit, though, on one thing. The dude's a grinder, man. He works hard. He's a hell of a promoter. I think he's just a douchebag, but it's just the reality of it, man. He works hard at it. The Paul brothers, you can say what you want about them, but they're hateable people. Get the fucking muffins. Rand is here.
He's going to start some fires tonight. Fucking Shitler's back. The collapsing. Fucking
Rand, get the muffins, Devon.
Bitcoin's crashing, gas prices have fucking tripled, which that's actually not too far off.
It's pretty bad right now. Are you liking the way things are going now, folks? You know,
I feel like we're great again.
Yeah, are we great again, Rich?
Are we great again yet?
Are we great again, man? Did you see his latest blunder today, where he called people with learning disabilities and dyslexia dumb? Because Gavin Newsom said he has them. I'm like, dude, this guy is just putting his foot in his mouth little by little, more and more every single fucking day.
You know, there's a lot of people doing that, even in the professional wrestling world.
Yeah, we got a few tonight to talk about with that. I mean, we really got, like, tonight isn't just about the great Oba Femi, you know, and how the rise of Oba Femi. It's about dumbasses this week because we have more than a few of them this week to really highlight.
We might have to start a new award each week with a Jim Cornette award, you know?
Woof. We might have to rotate it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We'd have to get a good Jim Cornette soundbite though to really get it rolling.
We got to get the one where he says, "I got you Wendy's, you fat fuck."
Triple cheese, double onion, extra mayo, motherfucker. I haven't listened to Cornette in years, bro.
I listened to him the other day. I actually listened to a show, and it was actually pretty good.
Does he still got that putz on it? What's his name? The guy that's his host, Brian Last.
Yep.
I fucking can't stand that guy.
The aliens are landing at Denver Airport.
Fucking coming in right to Denver. Well, one of my best buddies, Jeff, is out at Denver. I better warn him then. I better send him.
The aliens.
Yeah, they're coming, man. They're coming for him. Rand might be onto something, though. He might know shit we don't know. He's just giving us a little foreshadowing of the future, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Did you watch the AEW show this last week in Revolution?
Fuck no.
All right, so I gave it a shot, bro, for the last couple matches of it, at least. Hold on.
That's horrible.
Shirley and Daryl are going nuts in the background there. They must see somebody walking by. Hold on. Let me tell them to shut up.
There you go. That was the quietest shut up I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I used the old mute button there. But I watched the last two matches of it. I got to say, I don't get why people like this Gabe Kidd guy. He's such a
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
He's this guy from New Japan. He's from UK. He's just a foul-mouthed puke. And I don't know how much of it is him playing up his gimmick and how much of it is his reality of who he is. He's a prick. And he just works awful and dangerous to me. And I just don't get why anybody showcases a moron like this, you know? And then, you know, comes into the press conference afterward, just cussing everybody out, acting like a complete turd. Like, I don't get the whole thing with him, but he's supposed to be having a coffin match tonight with Darby Allin. That's all we need is another Darby Allin coffee match or coffin match. He sounded like Bruce Pritchard on his podcast. Well, thank you. Double cheese, triple onions, extra mayo, motherfucker. Yeah. But I watched the final match in full. I watched MJF and Adam Hangman Page.
I saw the highlights from that match.
So let me give you a fair critique here of this match. Okay. Yes, he was doing his best Terry Funk for sure. He was dressed up like Terry Funk and everything like that. So they put themselves in this stipulation that if Hangman lost, he was going to do the Cody, you know, that he can't, you know, challenge for the belt ever again if he loses to MJF, which I absolutely.
Why did they do? That's
the stupidest stipulation ever. What does it bring to the table?
Unless the only people who perfected that move was Vince and Stone Cold Steve Austin when they did that.
Okay.
Because they had Mills Lane come in and give him a contract and all that shit, you know.
Just pigeonholing themselves right off the bat. Okay. I hate that stipulation. I think it's just stupid. And that's just my personal opinion. People like it by all means. Okay. The match itself was really, really, really good. Really good. Got to give these two credit. They worked a hell of a match. It was a lot of fun. What do I say? Gabe Kidd can't play soccer, so he's going to be a street hooligan. Yeah, he likes to act like he is. He's just a complete chode. Look up this guy later, Gabe Kidd, okay? Look him up later in some of his clips. He's just a complete fucking chode. Like, unlikable. I know maybe that's his character, whatever the hell it is. I don't think it's just his character. I think it's who he is. He's a turd.
Rand's predicting Hangman's retiring.
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be passing up any big amount of money, Rand. I don't think so. He doesn't look like he's that beat up. I thought the match was great between these two until they have to take it to the extreme in AEW, always. And they pull out a syringe and decide to stick it right through. MJF sticks the syringe right through Adam Hangman Page's cheek and decides to start squirting liquid out from his cheek. You literally saw people in the crowd with just look. You just look at this shit and they're like
it was a needle and he shot through it.
Absolutely, brother. He had liquid in the needle. It was water, of course, you know, but irregardless, sticks the needle. Opens his mouth.
What is their fucking fascination with these needles?
This isn't the first time, okay? This is not the first time they've done this. I think they've done this 3 times now. Maybe I'm wrong on the number, but at least 2. Maybe 3 times, maybe more. I don't watch AEW. Just so happens I'm watching this shit, and I've seen every death match in the world along with you. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of them. I don't hate them. I can deal with violence if it's done right, okay? I don't want to see a guy sticking a needle through the other dude's mouth and then thinking it's cool, and then you're prying the dude's mouth open and then shooting the liquid out through his thing. That's just one horrendous spot that they do in this. Then they do the barbed wire where he wraps it like the Joker to try to get a smile from the barbed wire on him. The blood is obscene, literally. Like, and Cody, when he got busted open a few weeks ago, every time he gets busted open, it's obscene too.
He bleeds like Ric Flair did.
Absolutely worse, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Worse, MJF is just covered in blood right from the start. Okay. They do the thing with the barbed wire, giving him a smile. They're doing the needle, sticking it through his thing and shooting the liquid out. And then they're just doing high spot after crazy spot. And it's really good. It's really good, man. Like what they're doing, other than this crap, you know? It just it just is the most this product turns me off when I watch it because they get in their own way of everything in regards to wrestling. They really are for the sickos. Like, and I have friends who love AEW. My good buddy Daniel loves it, man. And I respect people's what they like. I'm not knocking it. For me, it's the most niche market of fucking shit ever. Yeah, the blood on the cam at the end was disgusting too. Like, just they wiped the blood on the cam at the end. They thought it would be like some cool spot. Dumb as hell. It was so obvious what they were going to do with the ending. They pulled the dog collar out. Hangman straps the dog collar on him, and it's going to choke him out supposedly. And then, of course, that's how MJF gets the win. But they ruin a great match to me with so many silly fucking spots, Rich. It's just terrible. Like, I don't want to see that shit, man. And if people like that, great. That's on you if you like that. I don't think a lot of people really like that, man.
So a lot of my favorite matches of all time were Mick Foley versus Triple H, Mick Foley versus Undertaker, Mick Foley versus Terry Funk. You could go down the list, and they're all very bloody, very brutal, very gruesome matches in their own right. But they know how to tell a fucking story when they're doing it. They know how you would get so emotionally involved in those type of matches that you remembered them the rest of your fucking life. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, the first Hell in the Cell. Mick Foley versus The Undertaker, the King of the Ring Hell in the Cell. That's legendary. But they had a way of telling a story with it. It wasn't crash bullshit, spot after spot after spot, light tubes and fucking this and that and the barbed wire and then sticking the goddamn needle in his lip. It's exhausting because AEW, I feel like when they take 2 steps forward, they take 5 steps backwards, and they're trying to appeal to everybody, and that's great. You can have Cody Rhodes versus his brother, Gold. I'll call him Gold Dust because that's what I always remember him as, Dustin Rhodes. When they had that match against each other and they got as bloody as they did, they told a great story. I'll give them where credit's due there. They told a great story in AEW when it was those two. The problem is when you do shit like this, when you do the needle spot, first of all, you don't know who you're exposing that spot to. People with drug addictions, people with whatever. It's a turnoff, man, for a lot of people. Why alienate some of your audience because you want a shock moment? A good shock moment is one like The Undertaker throwing Mick Foley off the fucking Hell in the Cell. Great moment. Storytelling moment. Fit the narrative. Awesome. These two fucking guys, why? I don't understand the justification of using a needle, sticking it through the guy's fucking mouth, and shooting liquid out. What served the point in that?
And Rand brings up a good point here. He said they're in LA that night. The Oscars are there. Their first time on Paramount with it, and WB executives are up in the stands.
And they do this shit.
And that's the corny crap that you do.
Yeah.
Trying to be like they said, like Rand and Leza said, trying to be like Combat Zone Wrestling.
Not even fucking ECW did that shit.
Yeah. Listen, CZW and all these other hardcore ones aren't on mainstream television for a reason because they're an unmarketable product, to the masses.
You'll never get advertisers. You'll never get sponsors. You'll never get anything.
No. What advertisers want to come on and have that shit all the time? Like you said, if you do it at a certain time, if you do it for the right reason, if there's a storyline reason for it, man, or if there's something like that, something that you could throw in there, to make it relevant and why you're doing it, go for it. If not,
some of those light fixtures that they were busting, those moments that they were doing that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and I'm going, what the fuck is it? That's why I sent you that video of the dude getting fucking thrown through the glass, because I'm like, what the fuck is the difference in between this and what they're doing? It's so, and I hate to sound like Jim Cornette, it's so fucking amateur and like you're doing it for a hot sandwich type of shit and you're getting paid millions of dollars at least to do this on the AEW, side of things. But it's like, why? Why even go there? You can throw people off ladders. That's insane enough to get thrown into fucking tables off ladders and shit.
Not on that show.
Why do you need to go that extra mile to appeal to the fucking weirdos of the fucking groups of just the needle thing throws me off, man. That's why I quit watching AEW. I don't understand it. They need to clean that shit up a little bit. I'm all for showing color and doing chair shots and all the shit that they used to do. Give them all the tools to be an artist. Just there's some levels you shouldn't fucking cross.
There's a reason, like we said, that those other shows that do that type of stuff are not on mainstream. If you want to be a mainstream product and you actually want to grow your audience and you want to become where you're not just pulling in 600,000 people a week and you're pulling in 1.5 million like when you started or more, trying to actually get the needle moving a little bit. If you actually want to try to impress the representatives from the new company that you're going to be pairing with, that, let's be realistic, is in a state of flux right now, and you don't even know if you're going to have a streaming deal with these guys in a year. You're probably going to have it for about maybe another year or so, and they're going to probably get rid of them. Okay, they are in a state of flux right now over with the sale of that company and what's going on. They are going to be cutting costs in droves after they purchased this thing for $100 billion. Do you think they want a company that's not moving the needle for them if it's on their streaming networks or if it's on mainstream, cable, whatever they're doing? And do you think that it's one that if they're doing pay-per-view buys as well, that their pay-per-view buys aren't going up and up and up in big dosages? And do you think they're going to want to stick with a company that's not bringing in advertising revenue for them because they're not getting enough viewers and they're putting out this carny product that they're putting out, this outlaw, like Jim Cornette says, mud show bullshit,
Yeah.
We're early because Richie's got something to do tonight, a little bit earlier tonight, Jeremy. So that's why we're just a little bit earlier tonight, buddy. But we just got started, so you're in a good time. Welcome home and welcome to the show, my friend. But if you really want to move your needle and you really want to move your paycheck and you want to move the amount of money and the revenue that you're bringing into your company, which should be the goal, if you're a business, like this isn't the way to do it.
No.
Like you said, have a hardcore match. It's a death match. Do some crazy shit once in a while. Have some fun with it. Do some crazy.
It doesn't need to be every fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah, doesn't need to be a needle sticking through somebody's damn cheek.
No.
I mean, come on, man. That's just silly shit. And I really enjoyed that match, to be honest with you, and except for some of those spots, man. Those two told a great story in the ring, other than that stupid stuff. And they had a hell of a match. It was exciting. It was fun. It was really entertaining. I really enjoyed it, man. And I got to say, the other thing about the show was that they did was, they had the debut of Ronda Rousey, man. We just talked about her last week. And Ronda Rousey.
Fucking Bret Hart of the women's division. Fucking Christ.
She debuted.
You know what cracks me up about this bitch? She fucking talks so much shit in the wrestling world about the fans, about how WWE treated her, how she was treated so disrespectfully and all that, which couldn't be further from the fucking truth, by the way. Until after the fact, until after she opened her fucking mouth, go figure. And now all of a sudden she's coming back when this Gina Carano card's happening, and you're going to put her against Toni Storm? What the fuck did Toni Storm do to deserve such a horrible fucking matchup?
She's been working her ass off and been the most marketable woman on their show for the last couple of years, man. But, they think that this is going to push the needle on it. But do you think Tony's really going to lose to Ronda? Okay.
I'll call it out right now. I bet you Ronda Rousey will injure Toni Storm.
I hope not.
I bet you it'll happen.
I hope not, man. Tony's too talented to be kept off television.
It won't be Tony's fault. It'll definitely be Ronda's.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She'll fuck her up somehow, and it'll ruin a good thing. Ronda is not a good wrestler. I'm sorry. She's not a good worker. She's not good at promos. She's not good at making you believe her character. She is a miserable fucking turd that needs to leave the wrestling business. I hope that Gina Carano, I know it's not going to happen. I hope that Gina Carano knocks her the fuck out. I really do.
I hope so too. I know it's not going to happen, but I hope so. I hope so. And I don't know. Maybe we'll get something exciting out of her and Tony. I don't know.
I don't think we will.
Tony's going to give her best effort because we know she does. That's for sure.
You can admit it, bro. It's going to stink like a fucking fart in church, bro.
Tony Storm could make it entertaining. I'll say that. So she could make it entertaining. She got headshot in the locker room tonight. Oh, okay. So maybe they're trying to write her off for a little bit. I'm actually going to see Tony Storm this weekend. I'm getting at the convention.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna get our photo and autograph with Tony actually this weekend. Figure it was a good time. She's not my favorite or anything like that, but I think she's very talented. I think the gimmick's playing itself out.
She's the best thing they got going over there.
I agree. I think the gimmick's playing itself out a little bit from what I've seen a few times, but I don't also watch it religiously. And I also realize that she's one of these types of people that can constantly reinvent herself. So I'm a fan of Tony Storm for the most part. I think she's real good for them for sure. Real good for them. So even Edge and Christian versus
I'm surprised Rand isn't saying that she's dying.
Nah, he's being tamed tonight.
Aliens are fucking landing.
Man, it's hard to follow those TLC classics though, Lazza. Come on. Those were pioneers. Cope and Christian coming back made up for the Bad Business stuff. Yeah, I didn't see that part of it actually. I still haven't seen even the clips of it, but I'm a fan of Father for sure. And Edge is, a hell of a performer too. So I like Christian more than Edge though. That's me. What about you?
I've always liked Christian more than Edge.
Yeah. That's just me though.
A lot of people would say the opposite. I tend to believe that Christian's a better worker. I tend to believe that he should have been champion more than Edge was. And
his promos are way better. He's a way better heel. Just me. That's my opinion.
Dude, the guy got over fucking pouting on the ground and slapping his fucking hands on the ground, shit like that. Like, got that over. He wore a fishnet fucking shirt like a fucking goof and got that shit over. Like,
and let's be realistic too, okay? The dude did the most obscene stuff with the your father's dead type thing, no matter what, with blurring the lines of wrestling and gimmicks and
CM Punk completely copied that.
You think? Christian Father, he did that better than anybody. Okay. Yeah. And Christian as a heel for those couple years in AEW doing that shit was some of the best stuff that they had.
Yep.
So hands down. If I see a Christian promo on there, especially if he's doing if he's doing his heel work like that, I'm all for it. I love Christian. I think he's one of the most underappreciated wrestlers for sure of the last couple decades. He's one of the most underappreciated guys. But who else? Oh, they had Kenny Omega come back too. He came back.
He returned
about a bazillion now. He came back. Somebody else came back, I think, as well. I'll say Lazza from the QCW days. All right. I'll see if she remembers you, my friend. Because I know you did some work. You told me that before. So absolutely. I'm excited to see Tony though this weekend because like I said, she's a talented performer for sure. She's a talented performer. That's, I think, the most AEW we've covered here on the show. And we're going to talk about AEW here in a minute too, because we got to cover one of our dumbasses of the week. Okay. And I got to get into them while we're talking AEW. Cage and Cope will be tag team champs and then have a rematch with the Bucks. All right. I like it. I think it'd be fun. All right. So, we got to play Don here for them to hear this one for any time we give our goof of the week, but we got to play a little Don, but it's not working for me right now. So let's see if I can fix this. Oh no, it's not working right now for me. My panel, I'm not able to get to it.
That sucks.
It has to be in here. Hold on. Let me back out and come back in. Take the reins for 1 second.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, this next one, the goof of the week, is definitely justified. There's no runner-up this week at all in regards to AEW. There's been a lot of fallout from this, and the poor guy's fucking wife even had to delete her own fucking Twitter and all the shit.
I got it now.
Media.
No, Mark Kerr's a fucking goof. He's a fucking goof. Jeez, anybody who knows him knows he's a goof.
Fucking Ricochet, man.
What a dumbass, bro.
What a fucking idiot.
Moron. Literally. Like you can go and you can take things to the extreme as a character if you're MJF, all right. If you're somebody like that, that's actually got the talent too. I find Ricochet to be, I know it's his gimmick and his character, but I don't think it's his gimmick. I think it's who he really is as a person too. I think he's just a miserable little puke, and he's got the little man complex in life, and he's not the internet darling enough anymore, so he's got to be a prick to everybody. So some lady comments about his gimmick and doesn't like it. She said something to him. So this idiot takes the time to go to her Twitter page and to see that she is a multiple sclerosis survivor, is dealing with issues in her life with MS, and is disabled. And Ricochet goes on to check this out, find out the information, and basically says, just to sum it up, that he's glad that she has that disability and she deserves it. How fucking dumb can you be? How dumb?
Didn't Ricochet's house burn down or something like that in his WWE career? There was
no, I don't think that was him. Maybe.
I think it was, because I remember.
Was it his mom's house or something?
Something like that. I remember it being like they did an eBay store. They were selling a bunch of fucking shit for him to raise money. Listen, the guy's not a stranger to being on his, the downside of things, right? He's had bad things happen in his life and stuff like that. When you wish shit like that on people, it comes back tenfold to bite you in the ass every fucking time. So, I don't want to hear any bullshit from Ricochet if his wife gets sick, if he gets sick, or whatever the fuck, because nobody's going to give a shit after this, It's like what the people are saying right now. Like, he'll be lucky if he has a fucking job by the end of the week.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either.
Yeah.
He's not a needle mover for AEW. It's not like he's some sort of fucking prize over there or anywhere in the wrestling world. He's a dry promo, man. He doesn't have the full package.
There's something that's going on in that guy's head. He's just a miserable jerk, bro.
I don't know if he was trying to live the gimmick, I know you think it's just him or whatever. I don't know if he was trying to be like an MJF. Talking about somebody's disease is a little bit too far. Like, I don't know. I find that in very bad taste. I think you should have the freedom of speech. I don't think you should be canceled. But if somebody owns a company, they should be able to do what they want with that too, based on what you say if you're their employee. So.
He apologized today. He said, I took my hatred out for the IWC on Sandy, and I inadvertently others who are affected by MS. She didn't deserve it, and for that, I sincerely apologize. Moving forward, I'll do better. Yeah. Stupid move, bro.
Very stupid.
Just dumb.
It's going to cost him a lot of money.
And let's be realistic. WWE ain't going to take his ass back either, bro.
For what?
Not after all the vile shit he's said about them and is insinuated around. They don't want nothing to do with that for me.
Yeah, the best thing he could do from a PR standpoint is go donate the most money that he can to a fucking foundation for that quickly.
Well, like you said, his wife had to delete her freaking thing, man. She deleted her. She's a sensitive flower, though, too. Yeah. She is. She's. This is like the fifth time I think she's probably done that at this point. But Jeremy, Ricochet made a comment to somebody that was commenting about his performance on the mic or something like that, and he went and took the time to go to the lady's Twitter account and basically find out that she has multiple sclerosis, and went on to say that she deserves to have that disability, and just went on to insult her about having her disability and that she deserves it. So that's to kind of sum it up without reading his exact words. I think that's pretty spot on, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I wish we had our Jim Cornette fucking award up, because he would definitely win that one too. Sequentially with the Don Fry one.
Rand said his mom's house burned down in 2014 before he showed up on Raw.
There you go.
Yeah, and I think they did like a big GoFundMe or something like that for him too, Rand,
did.
right?
Yep.
Rabbi is here. He says, Shalom in Mazel Tov, fellas. Well, shalom to you too, Rabbi, and we hope you're doing good. Rabbi's here. We got to give him his proper one tonight.
Yeah, Rabbi. Yeah, Rabbi. I heard Israel or Tel Aviv's getting hit by some rockets, man. So I hope you're safe out there in parts unknown in Israel.
Be good, Rabbi. Stay safe, brother. We're always praying for goodness for everybody here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I like the feud Christian had with Kurt Angle and TNA, where Christian's fashion backstabs him, forms a faction with Angle, where the likes of AJ and Tomko side with Kurt. I don't remember much of that, to be honest with you, Leza. I did not really watch much TNA, especially at that time. So Ricochet, though, I don't think he's going to have a job by the end of the week. I think they're going to cave to the pressure. So
Yeah, I think they're done with the cancers of the locker room kind of shit, and I think parts unknown is not under attack. Okay, gotcha. I think they're done with shit like this. They've had enough PR that's been pretty bad. You know, the CM Punk shit, all that stuff. Ricochet is as good as gone, if you ask me. I think they're not going to give him a chance unless he does some fucking crazy 360, like I said, and donates money and tries to do some damage control on this. I think he's fucked. So.
Jeremy says, "What a piece of crap! My brother died with a muscle disorder. He's always been a loser." I'll say this too, Jeremy. My sister died of multiple sclerosis and complications from it too. So, with that said, though, I say this: you don't do that type of stuff. You don't cross those lines. Everybody makes mistakes with things they say. Sometimes we all do, but to go out there and say it like that—that's not the right thing to do, whether you're in gimmick or not.
I agree. I still don't want to limit it to the point where we can't have.
Sure.
People like MJF or the father gimmick, you know, there is some fucking distasteful shit in that stuff too. I don't want it to be like
to wish the disease that could kill people on something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where it goes too far. That's flipping off a kid or saying your father's dead or whatever. Come on.
That's a little bit different.
It's a little harsh, man. You know, this is a life-changing disability that somebody gets or a disease. I'm sorry if I'm not, you know, as well versed in what all it entails as I should be, but you know, it's a very, very serious one. You know, it's
we need to look at all the states in the country to see what place it snowed yesterday, and it's fucking 80s. It's in the 80s today. That should be pretty easy to find out. I think I'm gonna ask AI that so we can fucking narrow it down in the parts unknown shit.
Hey, Rabbi, I'm in New York. Are we close at all? Because let's be honest, we had the same thing pretty much happen here the other day. It was 70 some odd degrees, 74 or 75 degrees, I think, the other day. And then that night it's raining and it drops down into the 20s and it's frozen as an ice storm yesterday morning. So are we on the same area at least, Rabbi? Give me a little hint on that one because we're pretty close to having that. We might be in the same parts unknown area. I don't know, you know. I don't know. Rabbi has been the most elusive person with figuring out any information about him. I respect that gimmick, though. You know,
he's like the question mark of the fucking wrestling with reality fucking.
And we love the question mark, so we love Rabbi too. Yeah, you just don't do. It's just I you know, and the father thing too, Rabbi. I love how Christian does it, but I also understand why people don't like it too. Okay, so I can be fair on that, and I understand why people don't like some things, you know, and I can understand with the dead relatives thing, why people might not get into that too. I don't mind that one as much if you do it right, you know, but how can you really even do that one right? It's pretty low no matter how you go. So maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot on that one a little bit, but I don't have as much of a problem with that, especially if you like clear it with somebody, you know, like
like the Big Show. He's a big goddamn baby.
Yeah, he's a big goddamn baby. Let's say about the Big Show too, okay? And that clip with him, we were talking about on the show the other week. I put that thing up, and it's been our most viewed clip that I put up on the Facebook page in a long time. It's got over 150,000 views on it. And yeah. I'll just say this, me and you are reaping the financial benefit of that a little bit now that we're monetized. And it's definitely our most profitable one to date. So I would like to say to that gimmick,
thank you, Big Show.
Thank you, Big Show. Thank you very much, Big Show, and thank you,
Daddy Big Show, that's passed away and no longer with us.
Yeah. Is that the Big Show's mother over there? That fucking clip of him just going after, maybe me and you ought to go on a little date after this. No, you're not, goddammit. And he's yelling. Oh, Boss Man was so good in 99. He good in his career in general.
They should have fucking Big Boss Man should have had a title run, man.
Loved him. Loved him.
You go back and watch his stuff; it's fucking hilarious.
He's the character from WCW, The Missing Link. Okay. But Boss Man, yeah, we appreciate that gimmick. But I get why people don't like those ones too. It's a hard one, you know. It's a hard one.
Big goddamn baby.
He's a big goddamn baby. I love the big megaphone that he's got on that thing. Oh my god, it's great. Right. It's from a TV show. I can't remember which one it was from. It's like an 80s TV show.
I thought it was the Blues Brothers, wasn't it?
Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah, the Blues Brothers, the movie. Sorry, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's from the Blues Brothers. Who didn't know? I did not know that actually until somebody posted a comment on. Was either a TikTok or
it was the actual car or a replica? I think
it was the actual car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have actually been the car or just a replica. I don't know, but I think it might have been the car.
Pretty goddamn funny that they didn't even they weren't even allowed or have approval to be at the funeral place, and they just
went in the cemetery.
They just
and
did it.
If you guys don't believe that, you can look that up. Pritchard tells that story. He was the one that was in charge of it. I think it was a cemetery somewhere in Texas around where he lived, around Houston. And they literally just rolled into the cemetery and said, we got to get this off in one take, basically, because they're going to get really mysterious looking at us real fast, you know?
Yep.
And they pulled that thing off and got the fuck out of there because they had no permission to film there.
It's pretty goddamn funny, dude.
And that was a Vince idea. He said Vince just calls him up out of the blue, tells them what they want to do, and tells them to go find a place to do it. And he's like, yeah, Vince, I'm just going to go hop out and go find a cemetery. It's going to let us go trash it in a gimmick.
I can just hear that phone call now. What you're going to do is you're going to pull up in the Blues Brothers car, and you're going to yell, Big Show's a big goddamn baby.
And then you're going to tell him to go after the mother and tell him he's the genetic jackhammer. Total Vince gimmick, right?
Hell yeah.
Total fucking Vince gimmick. And it's funny when I look at the comments on some of the videos, I put the videos up just for fun, for some nostalgia, you know, make a couple of bucks, get some people over the page. It's always just fun to do. Some hit great, some don't. It's funny to see, like with the clips when people put their comments in, how many people that was one of their most favorite moments in WWE history. You see people that are just talking about one of the funniest moments ever was that. This is the funniest moment I've ever seen. One person writes, Big Boss Man is the best heel of 1999. Change my mind. And they're not lying, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're not lying. Like, it's just a forgotten era. I mean, he had got hung a few months before that, right? You know?
I think it was after that.
Okay, was it after that? He had Pepper the Dog, maybe it was before that.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
you can go down the list with this fucking guy, and thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, you can go down the list with this fucking guy, and there's just moment after moment with Big Boss Man.
And you know what I love the most about the Boss Man with the way he does his character as a heel in this time? I love it. He's got that Southern Georgia boy. Jeremy knows this, of course, and all of our Southern friends know this. He's got that Southern Georgia boy calm to his voice, and it's just like a very soothing country accent when you listen to him, the way they talk. Some of the other states in the South, it's just fucking gibberish that they talk. Georgia's got that just cool twang to them that they talk with. He's a Georgia boy, man. You just get him out there, and then when they go heel and they're just having fun in something, and they're just told to go fucking balls to the wall and rip on somebody, that accent comes out with the way they deliver whatever they're saying, and it's hilarious. Makes it fucking 10 times more funny just because of their accent, man. And if you listen to Boss Man's clip from that era, especially, it's hilarious just to listen to him. Guy was,
dude. I loved his hardcore matches because he would pull out his nightstick, whoop the shit out of somebody. Then if he lost the nightstick, he'd pull out that fucking baton and fucking flip that shit out. Fucking awesome, dude. He beat the shit out of people.
He's so fucking good, man. He's always got to be good with me. The giant stalking Hogan around in WCW everywhere as his debut.
I think the funniest watch along that you and I ever did. Well, one of them
was it the Yeti one.
No, well, maybe, I don't know. It was the fucking monster truck ones where they're dude. And I tried to sell that shit as something good, and we were like, what?
This is shit.
Yeah, what were we thinking?
The best part about the monster truck gimmick is that he comes back, I think, at the end of the show after he's been pushed off the top
skyscraper.
Yeah, you know? He's been pushed off like a 200-foot fucking building or whatever the hell it is, man, 100-foot building in a monster truck. He's been pushed off the side, and He magically
he's
lives.
right as rain. Yeah.
Yeah, comes back and interrupts in the main event. That's WCW 95 right there for you, buddy.
No shit. It didn't get much better in the 2000s when they had those fucking junkyard brawls either.
Oh God. Angry Cushion and George is better than most stand-up comedy. I got to give it to the Southern people with that. It's like Southern people, even, and I'm a New Yorker, so to me, I find New Yorkers when they get going and start cussing, it's hilarious. You know, they just
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Fuck you. You know, you just and like other people would take offense to it. It's just
that was your true fucking New Yorker coming out in that moment. Fuck you.
That's the one thing.
Your fucking hat.
Fucking Dodgers. Fuck you and fuck your hat and fuck the Dodgers. It's just most people don't like think that a New Yorker when they're doing that is just an asshole, and it's just not. It's just our thing. Like we don't even take that stuff personally. And I'm not from the city, so don't take me wrong. I'm not from New York City. My whole family is. But it's just the way that people are, like wherever you live, you know. That's just the interesting thing about no matter where you go in this country or the world, you know, stuff like that. It's always interesting to see that.
Southern Parts Unknown has cars on blocks. Are you from Compton, Rabbi?
Yeah, you could be. You never know. One day we'll find out, hopefully. A fall from a building in a monster truck can't kill Hulkamania, brother. Well, Hulkamania will live forever, that's for sure. All right.
Yeah.
I got to go with this with Hulk Hogan, as you mentioned that, Laza. So I put up another clip. So I put up because yesterday was the anniversary. It was the state in wrestling history yesterday, March 18th, was the anniversary of my favorite match of all time and probably many people's favorite match. Even if you're not a big fan of this guy, for whatever reason, if you're not a fan of him, I think if you've seen this match, I don't know how you could tell me it's not one of the best matches you've seen just because of the dynamics of it and what happened. So I post a clip of the Rock versus Hogan because it was the anniversary of it yesterday at WrestleMania 18 in Toronto. Just put a short clip of it. 85% of the comments are just putting it over. This is amazing. This is art, you know, right here to watch. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just paraphrasing people here. Putting it over. My favorite match of all time. Tell me this isn't the greatest thing you've ever seen. Somebody writes on one, you know, imagine the pop if Hogan would have actually pulled it out and won, you know.
Yeah.
Two legends changing it up in the middle, doing the double turn. You know,
a lot of the fans were pissed off that they didn't do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fans would have been way happier.
They booed the Rock out of the fucking building.
It might have, if they would have gone and changed it around and had Hogan go over there in that moment. If they would have listened to the audience, I think you might have got the loudest pop ever that you've ever heard if he would have won. And that's saying a lot because there's some amazing pops he's had. Stone Cold's had, all the legends have had, The Rock, whatever.
The Rock has had such a love-hate relationship with the fans, man. You know,
for sure.
Like even like, and that was a moment in time where The Rock was on his A game with the fans, and like they loved him. They loved The Rock at that time,
and they flipped on him.
Oh like my God, quicker than shit. Boom. And they booed him. Those are some of the loudest fucking boos I've ever heard. They were starting to do the die Rocky die chants again, you know?
Bro, I got to say this with all the great comments and the people putting it over. Oh, dude, it would have caved in if he won for sure, Rabbi. It would have been, I think, the loudest pop you've ever heard in wrestling history. And arguably Hogan's right up there for the loudest pops ever. To me, I think the loudest pop of all time, this could be a whole other show, but I think the loudest pop of all time might be when Austin came back and smacked him with the chair, or smacked The Rock with the chair and had Mankind win. You know, that might be the loudest pop I've ever heard. Might be, but it'd be interesting to maybe do a show on that one day. Loudest pops ever.
I gotta say, Stone Cold's probably got it by a mile, but I don't think it was that moment. I think it was when he very first came back after the getting hit by the car. Is that when he did that?
No, this was during this was 99, I think, when it was Mankind versus The Rock in the main event, and all of them were around the ring, and it's when he came out, helped Mankind, hit The Rock with the chair, beat, and then Mankind gets the pin 1, 2, 3.
So the loudest two pops that I've ever heard was Stone Cold when he came back with the very first time the Disturbed theme song.
Okay.
That was fucking massive. And The Undertaker when he very first came out at Judgment Day as the American Badass.
Yeah.
One of the loudest fucking pops I've ever heard in my life. So
I got to give another one too. One of the loudest pops I've ever heard was when Brock Lesnar came back. I think it was 2012 with Cena. That man, if you tell me. And then another one to throw out there that a lot of people wouldn't think about right away, but I think if you think about it, it might be one of the loudest you've ever heard too. When the Hardys came back at WrestleMania in that tag team match.
That was a loud one. You got to go with Triple H when he came back from his quad injury too.
Yeah, that's a great one. I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, there's a million Hogan moments that you could throw in there for sure. You know, we could go down the list. You could throw Horseman ones in there as well, or Dusty Rhodes moments. But
no pop at all when Taz showed up.
There's a great clip that I found of Taz this week. I'll have to show it another week when Rewind's on. I don't have it on at my disposal right now. But it was when he was going out. I wasn't watching it at this time, but it was when he was going out, and I think it was the Dudleys maybe that were calling everybody out, and it was kind of when they were running down everybody, and they had done something with him. I don't remember what it was. And another guy was supposed to go out, and then they showed the backstage, and here comes Taz coming out. He's like, "No, you're not going out," and he fucking nails the guy, and Paul Heyman's trying to stop him, and then the crowd doesn't expect that it's him coming out. They think it's going to be this other dude. And then he goes to Paul. He's like, "I'm going out. He's fucking mine," you know. And then Paul's like, "No, you're not." He goes, "I'm fucking going out." But he just rips right into him. And then Paul yells out, "Hit his music!" And then you hear him hit Taz's theme song there, and you can hear it from the back in this clip with shitty audio quality too that ECW had. That fucking crowd went berserk when Taz's music hit. So I could get why a guy like Rewind might like it, dude, if you're an ECW fan. So. Taz, are you trying to put us to sleep? Oh, you guys. We'll never see Hogan Stone Cold at WrestleMania. Yeah, but, I don't think that match would have lived up to the hype, Laza.
Right.
Do you?
Hang on one sec. I'm just texting my wife here.
Sure. I don't think it could have led up to it. I think they're strong. I think Hogan and Stone Cold, and they're both of their very strong personalities and their protection of their own characters is why I don't think that would have ever gotten over. And of course, it's why I don't think they ever really were able to get it to that point either, because they both have a lot of admiration and respect for each other for sure. And I think people misconstrue that Austin and Hogan didn't like each other. And I'm sure they had their moments at some point in their career, a little bit here and there, but those two had a tremendous amount of respect for one another that you heard them talk about through the years. They were mega stars, and neither of them wanted to lose in that situation. They didn't want to hurt their brand. So that's why I don't think it would have worked. But
so, Mike, welcome to the show, man. Hogan was such a legend. Sad he's passed. Yeah, we had a great show that we did in tribute to Hulk Hogan shortly after he passed. So go check that one out in the archives. Welcome to the show, by the way. Yeah, man, I've always said this about that matchup between Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan. It's hard to pick who goes over in that. It's hard to pick who goes over in that. It's hard to pick what you're going to do during that match. And at the time, Hulk Hogan was so limited with what he could do. I don't think he could take a Stone Cold Stunner like that, man. I don't, with his hip and stuff like that. He was really limited. Let's be honest. As great of a match as The Rock versus him was, after that, you can go back and look. He had a really hard time moving around. So I don't know if Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan's style would have meshed up too good.
If you look at that match, though, I'll kind of dispute that a little bit at the time, because Hogan had trained tremendously for this. And if you look at him in there, he's in the best shape you've seen him in ages at that point.
Right.
But he was still really banged up.
His mobility was pretty rough, dude.
Anytime you can see The Rock in person or Punk, it's a good day, Mike, for sure. Yeah. It's a good day.
I'm actually pretty jealous you got to see that match, because that's a great match when The Rock came back to face. I think that was at Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, yeah.
Yep,
Royal Rumble for that. The reason I brought up the match, not just because it was a Wrestling History Day yesterday, there were actually people on the post, and that's why I give them the dumbass of the week along with the other two people that are going to be. We've already done.
I don't know how you could top Ricochet. That's pretty fucking.
You can top Ricochet, man, in the llast one, I think, and just stupidity alone in the last one. But this one,
are you hitting me with a surprise on the last one?
I might be. I don't think I've told you this or sent it to you. Maybe I haven't. I don't remember.
Okay.
So. This is the second one, though, and this is why Hogan's in here, so we got to give them a little Don Fry for this one, too. We're going to have one more as well.
No, Mark Kerr's a fucking goof. He's a fucking goof. Jeez, anybody who knows him knows he's a goof.
Rabbi says, "Give us the goof."
So this is general for a few people that went in our comments, and you guys can go look on Facebook if you want and go check out the comments. And I'm not encouraging, fucking cyberbullying somebody or anything like that. I never comment back mean to anybody. I don't do that. That's how I am. I don't do that. But there's times where you just can't bite your fucking lip. And I still think I was pretty respectful on this one. There was actually a few people, probably 3 or 4 that I've seen, that went on and wrote in comments underneath, in that one for the Hogan versus Rock clip, that it was awful, that it was, Hogan was a talentless bum, was one person said. A talentless bum, bro. Other people
if you're going to call Hogan a talentless bum, you might as well not watch wrestling, because
then you got somebody that said Hogan in Hulkamania was dead in 1990. He was awful at this point. Blah blah. Just several people, more than a few.
His NWO shirts outsold his red and yellow shirts. The fuck are you talking about?
One person's like, can't wrestle, can't do this, can't do that. And I just wrote back on one of them. I was like, yeah, the guy that built the freaking business to what it is today.
You can thank him for the house, brother.
Yeah. He doesn't know anything about getting over and being a star, man. He doesn't know anything about being a great wrestler, Like, give me a fucking break, man. Like, yeah, you tell us in your infinite wisdom what
NWO and Hulk Hogan, the whole NWO storyline was single-handedly the reason why, and Sting and all that, single-handedly the reason why WCW kicked their ass for as long as they did.
Yeah, talentless bum.
Took on Vince McMahon and was beating him.
Yeah.
Not even the U.S. government did that.
What fucking goofs, bro, to say that. Like, you don't have to like him, and I get it. If you don't like a guy for something about him or his character, if you don't like him, you don't like him. Whatever it may be.
You sure they didn't mean Taz, the talentless bum? Hey, Rewind's not here to defend his goat, brother. Come on.
All right. So, moving on from those goofs of the week, I'm going to give you another goof of the week this week. All right. So let's have Don cue us up 3 times tonight.
No, Mark Kerr's a fucking goof. He's a fucking goof. Jeez, anybody who knows him knows he's a goof.
Double goof him.
Triple goof him on this week here. We got 3 of them. Ricochet's stupidity and hateful tweet is awful, and I would normally, that would be number 1 for me for sure in this week. But with all the awful shit that this guy has done to people in some capacity throughout his career, he has to get, irregardless if Ricochet did something horrible here, he has to get the number 1 goof of the week this week.
You're not talking about fucking Natty Neidhart and Nyla.
No, not them tonight. I already gave a Natty rant to you guys the other night, so it's not them. All right. This dude might be probably the most hated dude in professional wrestling, I think. I don't think I've ever heard a fucking person say anything nice about this guy. All right? That's how much he's not liked by people.
Bill Goldberg, huh?
Dude, Goldberg is like the fucking hero of the world compared to this goof in the wrestling world. So I got to go with People Power. Johnny Laurinaitis is
oh my God, bro. I saw this.
All right. So let's give the background here really fast to everybody. You guys can look this up.
Embarrassing.
This is embarrassing. All right. Bad embarrassing for this guy. So he has been blackballed from the business for a million reasons that I don't need to discuss.
Did we just get kicked off of Facebook, by the way?
I don't think so. We're still on it.
Okay.
Why?
All the Facebook comments disappeared.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I just clicked it off or something, but it's still going for me.
Okay.
If I see him, I'll highlight him, guys. But Johnny's been blackballed from the business, and I don't need to go over all the reasons. I think everybody knows why, especially with his involvement with the Janelle Grant stuff. And then people just came out of the woodworks even more and just said more bad shit about Johnny. So he's been blackballed from the business. Can't get a fucking job anywhere. His wife divorced him shortly after, after that stuff came out. Guy lost his job, lost pretty much everything for all this stuff getting uncovered. And see, there's Jeremy. Thanks, Jeremy. Laz is still here. Thank you, gents. So this guy literally lost everything after this Janelle Grant thing. There was no more protecting him anymore. He is absolutely 86th and is blackballed from the business.
Well deserved, by the way.
Well deserved, absolutely. One of the, if not the biggest stooge that people say in the history of wrestling might be Johnny Laurinaitis. You know, I don't. You guys tell me if you think there's somebody bigger than Johnny Laurinaitis. So this guy has been blackballed, been gone for a long time now. Nobody will touch him. Tries to do an appearance, I think, at a show last year. Dude, they fucking got to them fast. They canceled him. They didn't want to deal with it. So Johnny got announced maybe a month or so ago that he's
guys. I see all your comments from Facebook, by the way. I appreciate it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So Johnny gets an opportunity at some convention last week, and mind you, once again, this is the first people that have booked him and stuck with him, and Johnny is going to be there. You know, his first signing since his release, or maybe ever. I don't know. Fans, of course, shit on it because it's Johnny Laurinaitis, but the promoter, who's a gigantic pile of shit human being themselves, Dylan Hines, is the one bringing him in. And Johnny Laurinaitis comes in and does this show, and it goes through. So Johnny Laurinaitis goes on Twitter and decides to send a beautiful thank you message to the fans, and decides to share a picture of him with these long fucking lines in this packed venue, and says thank you to the fans. They all showed up so big for it, you know, and just playing this up. Well, you know, the internet's going to fucking go to this thing right away, because this is just like, this would be like the line if fucking Hogan's there or Flair's there or some
probably
massive
even
name.
Bigger than that, to be honest.
Yeah. You guys can look up the AI image yourself if you want in the tweet that he puts out. Well, the internet wins, and the internet just looks at this and examines this photo. And by God, man, this is some fucking awful AI. And they
do you think he was? Here's my thing on this. Like, do you think that he was really trying to like get that across? You don't think he thought that was going to get caught?
No, I don't.
You think he's that big of a dumbass to put that fake ass picture? Right away when I saw that, I didn't even have to zoom in on the picture. Right away when I saw it, I was like, first of all, some of the faces in the fucking line are the same dude.
Yeah. So you want to know why I think he's a dumbass enough to do this, bro? So nobody will touch this guy but a sleazy scumbag like Dylan Hines, the guy that brought him in. And he's a scumbag on his own, if anybody knows, you know, the promoting circuit and the cons. And this guy, he's Bobby Fulton's kid. He's a scumbag. Dylan ain't going to cave in, you know, because he doesn't care. Everybody hates him too. Johnny Laurinaitis couldn't get representation or a job other than this in a million years in wrestling, it seems. And nobody's going to touch this guy with a 10-foot pole, Richie.
No. So
this guy's probably needs the cash, you know, or he needs the money coming in, or he's trying to get himself out there again. He thinks enough time is going to go over. He's going to win the fans back in his mind, whatever deluded thinking that he's probably having. And he probably doesn't have anybody representing him, helping him out. So this is probably the first time he's really doing this stuff for himself, with trying to promote his brand to get some cash for himself after this appearance. And it's complete AI, like we mentioned, man. It just doesn't even fucking look good. It's terrible AI. Dude, I think he was conscious of this choice and decision, because I think this is the first time that he's having to do stuff really on his own. And this idiot probably thought people wouldn't catch on to it. You know,
he's such a fucking ass goblin,
dude.
Straight up.
Like, this is awful, folks. Yeah. Awful AI. Like, this is so bad.
When you let Vinnie Mac shit on your fucking stomach, dude, like, you'll do anything to make money, you know?
Dude, this guy, man, just throws this shit out there, puts the tweet out. The fans catch him in about a fucking minute. I would assume that within a minute or two of somebody probably said, "Is this AI?" Yeah. You know, and then everybody just starts fucking piling on Johnny and just ripping him. They had, like, on the tweet, you know, which is now deleted at this point, they had people just like putting down all the little imperfections of the AI to show this. Johnny fucking got roasted, deletes the tweet, and fans have just had
deleted the tweet.
He deleted the tweet.
Dude, he should have owned it and fucking been like, it was a joke, you know.
Okay.
Like,
so
he should have owned it, bro.
Dude, there's an even better part out of Johnny getting the goof of the week on this. The troll of the week, for sure, this week, and it's a great one, too. And I'm not meaning troll in a bad way to discuss this guy. The troll of the week is guaranteed Rhino. Did you see what Rhino did?
No, what did he do?
So Rhino fucking took the picture, basically. I think he might have added more people into it, too. And he puts himself into things signing like Johnny did in this awful AI photo and just goes on to put it out there just to clown Johnny. He's like, we had a packed lines this week. Crowd out the door. He's like, it's great to be alive. Some shit like that, he basically says, you know.
Oh, shit, that's great.
Dude, Rhino.
I love Rhino, man.
I like Rhino anyways. You know, I think he's fucking awesome as it is.
He's pretty funny, dude.
His shit with Heath Slater and with
such an underrated time.
It is. The cheese whiz on the crackers that he's man, the looks and the facial expressions that he's giving in that clip when they're at Heath Slater's house and the thing, Rhino steals the show on that for sure. And if you guys want to look up his tweet, just find it. I don't have it popped up or anything, but Rhino is just, he trolls him so bad. And Rhino is the fucking definite troll of the week in a good way because everybody had a field day laughing at Rhino's.
That's pretty goddamn funny, dude.
Yeah. And Rhino's like a very well-respected guy that people never say anything bad about either. So, you know, if Rhino's shitting on you, that you're probably
you got problems. Yeah.
He kind of like strikes me as like probably like just a bad motherfucker in real life too. Like I would not want to fuck with Rhino. He's a big
solid dude, man.
Yeah, he's a solid dude. Seems like a sweetheart of a human too. Just funny, charismatic, very big into his community and politics and shit. But he's the type of guy that could fucking rip your arms off and fucking beat on you with them, I'm sure.
Yeah, no shit.
You know? Like you don't want to piss that guy off. So if he's saying bad shit about you, a lot of people equate Haku as the same way, the nicest dude in the world, but piss him off and test his limits and it's over for you. You know, Rhino's kind of the same way. So if a guy like Rhino or Haku is saying bad shit about you, you know, you're a douchebag.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see. Got some comments here. Johnny Ace is a mega letdown in his family compared to his brother. That's for sure. Being gifted for having communication with The Rock. Well, hey there. That's an awesome thing if you could chat with The Rock. Johnny the Ace, the guy with the Hulkamania t-shirt on. Yeah, that was one of the ones in there.
That was a pretty bad one.
No, Mike, we definitely don't have the chance, brother.
Yeah, we've talked to a lot of wrestlers and stuff like that.
Not on that level, brother.
Not on that level, man.
No.
Not on that level.
We've had some fun ones through the years, but nobody ever on that high of a level. Drizzling crap, Johnny Hell. Yeah. Johnny Ace, never been the same when his brother Animal died. Yeah, you know, it's funny about Animal, too, is Animal kind of always stood up for his brother in kind of a different way, like without being too overly, without putting too much into it word-wise. Animal always stood up for his brother, probably even when he knew he was troll.
I want to know how Laurinaitis got a fucking job as high as he did. Like, what did he have on McMahon besides the Janelle Grant shit and literally the shit that, you know, he got that high up in the fucking company?
And do you remember who he replaced? Who got fired for him?
No, I can't remember.
Jim Ross.
Jim Ross, yeah.
Took Jim Ross's job as the head of talent relations. And
how does Laurinaitis fill the shoes of Jim Ross?
Yep. And you guys many people just think of Jim Ross for the commentary, but Jim Ross was a huge part of their office for many, many years.
Yeah.
And, you know, head of talent freaking relations for them.
Rabbi says he had his WWE knee pads. I think he had his fucking WWE fucking Depends on too while he was at it. Good God.
I don't know how he got to that level and maintained it for the level that he did.
Yeah, Shane Douglas was way better than fucking Laurinaitis, dude.
Did you ever see their gimmick together? The dynamic.
Oh yeah, the dynamic dudes.
Yeah.
I fucking when I went to the Royal Rumble, Laurinaitis was there at the meet and greets, and I remember yelling that. I was like, "Go back to the fucking dynamic dudes."
Back to the dynamic dudes, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny Ace here, people power.
Power.
You don't like it? Get it.
It was fucking terrible when he was the general manager, dude.
All right, I'll give you a secret confession of that era with things that I actually thought was funny. And even though I think Johnny Laurinaitis is a turd of a human being in every way, I thought people power and the shit with him and the scooter was funny. I thought it was funny shit, man.
God.
He was such an unlikable prick that they took it and brought it onto the screen and just trolled him with it because they wanted him to know this isn't just a gimmick, Johnny. People fucking hate you, and we're gonna make a buffoon out of you. That's why I like that era of him, because that was them ribbing on him too. He's the type of guy like people allow him to come hang out with the group, but he's just the type of guy that's just a dope, and everybody just clowns on because they just don't like him.
I bet you he got pegged.
Yeah.
I bet you.
Hey, Johnny, go get your toy, man. Come on. Yeah, not that one. Get the big shit one. Yeah.
We're gonna call it the franchise. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Dude, Punk mocking Johnny Ace is phenomenal too, because you can just tell he hates his guts. And he has no problem saying it, man.
I want to hear Scott Steiner shoot on that motherfucker. That would be hilarious.
Scott's going to be at that convention I'm going to. They just announced him the other day, bro.
You got to get me an autograph from him, dude.
It's $62. If you want one from him, just send me over the $62 and I'll grab one for you, bro.
You'll grab one for him? Okay.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Yep. If you want to just let me know, man. $62 and I got it for you. I'll take care of it with the big bad.
You gotta get me a personalized one.
Just tell me just send it to me what you want, and then I'll get it and I'll hook you up with it.
Big bad booty daddy.
He was on the fence.
Scott Snyder's one of my favorites, dude, of all time. Seriously.
He's great.
He's probably top 5 for me.
One of my favorite ones is when he's in the ring on Nitro and he's in Sacramento and he's got the girls with him and Buff. Oh, you Sacramento scumbags! His shit in TNA with his making fun of Bubba Ray Dudley, hailing from the land of obesity.
Yeah, I loved when he would go on and say, "You're just white trash."
You're white trash redneck.
You're white trash rednecks in the crowd.
When he's on the comment, or when he's doing the announcing for the thing, and he just gets up and it's going to be an ODB match, he goes, "This one here is going to be a meat grinder." Hailing from wherever the fuck she's from, she's one dirty bitch. ODB.
ODB.
I love when they do it a backstage one too. He's like, "Joe's just fat. He likes donuts and he's fat." And he's just screaming about it. He goes, "I don't got no hobbies. I like my freaks and to beat people up. What do you think?" And he pulls out this little guitar, like a kid's guitar. "I don't play no guitar."
Scott Steiner's the best, dude.
Dude, he's fucking comedy gold.
Remember when you had Petey Williams dress up like him?
How could you forget? That's the epic Steiner math one that came out of that.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
That's
fucking funny, man.
Petey Williams was great with him too, bro.
Yeah.
He was fucking great with him too. Scott Steiner's over all day with me, bro. Always. Maybe I'll get a photo with the big bad booty daddy that day too.
Booty daddy.
Big bad. Have it inscribe it. "Fuck all you Sacramento scumbags."
Dude, I want him to personalize one for me that says, "Hey, Ric Flair, grab my bags."
Mike says I watch a lot of movies. But I didn't watch Austin's. I like him in one of my best movies, Expendables, which is I watch a lot. Expendables, good. Yeah, I like the first couple of Expendables. The last one I'm not a fan of though, Mike. So
that's the one that Ronda Rousey was in.
I don't remember if it was Ronda. I think she was in 3.
Yeah.
The fourth one, the last one that they wasn't that good to me, but first 1 and 2 were pretty good. Were pretty darn good. Austin's best movie is Strange. Never seen it. When he came out of Nitro with the tiger, nobody could pull it off. But Big Papa Pump. Yeah. Just take a Shoney's menu and have Steiner sign it. That was a failed venture for him there in Ackworth, Georgia, or something like that. COVID hit the worst time for many people, but especially for the business world. And I think he had just opened it up, and I think COVID probably took him out.
Yeah.
But we'll always love the big bad booty daddy. All right, guys, let's take a 5-minute break, and then we're going to come out and finish out the show because Rich has to get off. Rich, you got 5 minutes just so we can take a pee break? You
I'm not going anymore, bro. We're good. I can go the normal length.
Okay, cool, man. Well, we'll just take a 5-10 minute break then, guys. Let's relax it up, take a bathroom break, whatever. Come back, though. Our next one's going to be our main event for the night is going to be, once again, Oba Femi. Let me pop it up on the screen. But I'm interested to talk about this one because this was a fucking awesome segment to Raw, and really, I think we're going to eat a little crow here tonight, and we will happily do that for many reasons. But I see some very big things on the horizon for this guy, and that's Oba Femi. So it's going to be interesting to kind of talk about him a little bit because he was kind of an anomaly to me in the beginning. I wanted to see what he had in him, and I wanted to see if they could really bring this out and if he was really what people were saying he was, and that was a star. So we got a pretty big answer to that this last Monday, and I got a lot of viewers on here, so I'm actually not going to get off and take a break while we got this many viewers until it drops. So yeah, so we got a lot of people on, so I'd like to see that. But I was a little worried that they couldn't do much with Oba Femi right off the bat. A big man in wrestling, got lots of them. Special ones, that's a different story. People have been saying for a long time this guy is special. I don't watch NXT, so I've only seen him in clips. Did you see him at all before like he made his main roster debut?
No, and I'll go one further. I was worried. Who was the guy that had the bodyguard that was like the Middle Eastern dude? And he wore like a really weird suit. And then
Tiger Ali Singh?
No, it was from NXT. It was the black bald guy from NXT. What was his name?
That's not helpful.
They never did anything with him. Shit. He was a big buff dude, and he had a great look. God, what the fuck was his name? It was like the Mojo Rawley era of NXT.
Okay. I'll have to go back and look there.
Yeah. So anyways, I was worried because based off of that, I was worried they were going to do the same thing with this character. And I'm going to be honest with you, Oba Femi's costume to me is fucking hideous. The armbands, they look like he stole them from the fucking boogeyman's closet. Like, I don't get it. Maybe it's not for me to understand. I don't know. Maybe it's the culture. I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that. I just don't like the costume. I think he has a great look to him. I think he has a great body build. Obviously, he looks like he's chiseled out of fucking stone. They should go like the Predator route look with him. Okay. I think it would be so much better. But what a fucking killer and believable to put against Brock Lesnar. I myself didn't like Oba Femi in the beginning. I didn't see it. One of the watchers on here, Jude, he called it out a long time ago. He basically said that Oba Femi was the next big thing. And it's ironic that he's going against Brock Lesnar, who was the next big thing. So
let's pause it there. We've slowed down enough now, so we'll take a quick break. But sorry, we had a quick surge there. Let's come back to that when we come back from the break, that last thought. So save that last thought when we come back from the break. Because I want to know what you didn't like about the initial reaction when you saw him, and then what changed it for you, I think is going to be the biggest part of that. And then we'll talk more about the next big thing being Brock Lesnar and this guy being the next big thing, because that is the topic. Is he going to be ready to be a main event star soon? Is he the next big thing for WWE? Is he their next star? So when we come back from the break, guys, let's talk about that. Is Oba Femi going to be this guy that's going to be the next ginormous star? So we'll be back in about 5 to 10. Think about it. We'll get back with you in 5 to 10.
The target is scoped and locked for destruction. Take your target out.
All right, everybody, we're back from the break. Hope everybody is all refreshed because we're in our main event tonight. Now we're going to start getting into Oba Femi. We were talking about him before the break, and I gave you that question, Rich. What didn't you like about him when you first saw him? What was the thing that was just not drawing you to him initially?
I didn't get it. I didn't get the personality. I didn't get, and it's probably stemming from I didn't watch him in NXT. Like you and I, we make no qualms about it. Like we don't watch wrestling on a daily basis. You know, I watch Monday Night Raw. I've committed to the show. I'll watch Monday Night Raw. We'll stream the PLEs. That's what I watch. I don't watch NXT. I can't. I just don't have time for it. So I missed out on that a lot. Sure, the guy had a lot of legendary moments and stuff like that. I never got to see him on his come up. So, you know, my first experience with Oba Femi, believe it or not, was at the Royal Rumble. And so when he came out and did his thing, I didn't understand the gimmick. I don't understand the culture because I'm not from there. Didn't really get the character. And by the way, I was talking about Apollo Crews before we went on break. That's the guy that I was drawing comparison to because he looked a lot like him, you know, and his character was a lot like him, stuff like that. There was a lot of similarities there. So I was hoping that they were going to build this. And I like Apollo Crews. I think he has a lot of upside to him except his promos. Oba Femi, I feel, is going to have the same fate, though. I haven't heard any promos from him or heard if he's good at them or not. But you talk about a guy in this moment that changed the reality of it. And I'll say another one that did the same thing. You know this and I know this. I hated Gunther when I first saw him. And I'm very fair when I say that when somebody changes their tune and they do awesome, I change my tune on it. And Gunther is one of my favorite parts of the show now. You know, love Gunther and wouldn't want anything but Gunther on the TV show each and every week that I watch it.
And he hasn't been on lately. He might not even get a WrestleMania match, bro.
Which is crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's very wrong of them to do, especially with how much he's worked and everything like that. But back to Oba Femi, you know, this guy, when he came out this week and he did what he did to Brock Lesnar and really took that moment, took the ball and ran with it all the way to the end zone and knocked it out of the park. When he came out, the moment the roof came off of that fucking place, and when he powerbombed Brock Lesnar the way he did, what a fucking epic moment and sealed the deal for me. Dude, I'm telling you, I would like to see Oba Femi. I used to say I wanted to see Gunther retire Brock Lesnar. I want to see Oba Femi do it.
You want to get him over to the moon? There you go.
There you go.
You want to be a main eventer right off the bat?
I would tweak his gimmick a little bit. I would, if he's not good at promos, you guys in the chat let me know. I've never seen a promo of Oba Femi. I don't know if they're good or not. Fuck the Vision at this point, which I nicknamed the Shelf. If you want somebody that is worth a shit that you will get over to the level that Brock Lesnar did, then do the same formula with Paul Heyman and put him with him.
With Oba Femi?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Well, that's interesting right there. That's actually real interesting. I never thought about it like that.
Make him the next big thing.
Have him cost Brock that match, or just be part of it and do the turn on him at some point in that match, or afterwards if they really want to go that route.
That would make sense,
Sign me up for that one. That would be a hell of a match to see those two powerhouses. Listen, the guy is a fucking athletic person.
He's a machine, dude.
Yeah, I've seen his clips before. Like I've said, I never watched his full stuff till he came to the main roster. And I still don't think I've sat through a full Oba Femi match. I've just seen a lot of clips of him. And I've always been impressed by the clips, but I didn't get it all the way until this Monday. That fucking opener was just hot from the start. It was great. Paul coming out and playing the swerve. Like, people think then they're going to get Seth Rollins versus Brock, because Brock's defending Paul's honor. Brock lays out all the security, throws them the fuck around the entire, length of the outside and inside. And then you think he's going to go after Seth, and they're going to set up a match between those two. And then Oba Femi's music hit, and that place went bonkers for him, bro. And
ape shit.
Huge pop. I watched it multiple times on clips on YouTube afterwards. I put a short clip of it up on our Facebook, and it's a really cool moment for sure. And
I'm with Laza here real quick. If Gunther doesn't get a WrestleMania match, it's stupid logic. Gunther ends the career of Goldberg, John Cena, and AJ Styles all in the same year, by the way.
Yeah.
And doesn't get a WrestleMania match. What the fuck? I am totally 1,000,000% with you on that, Laza.
They're saying the reason he's not having a match is because Ray's hurt again. It was supposed to be him versus Ray, and that Ray's hurt, and they don't have anything, that has come out yet. But it would be a fucking travesty to not have him with a good match on WrestleMania. Just stupid, in my opinion. But going back to Oba Femi, this guy's got an amazing entrance. He's got this aura to him when he comes out. Big men can be a dime a dozen, or they can be one of the most special things to see. And this guy could be one of those types of people. That is one of the most special ones that you see, if he can continue to evolve. I never thought about the inclusion of Paul Heyman as his manager, but I fucking love that, actually.
Paul Heyman's been tossed around like a hot potato, and while some decisions like the Vision and some of the Paul Heyman was a great part of the Bloodline stuff, but at the end there, it kind of got a little stale. I think this would make the most sense to do it at this moment, and it being such a pinnacle time to pull the trigger on that. If Oba Femi is not a promo guy, then you have the complete package at that point if you pair him with Paul Heyman. And it would make sense, and it would be the final blow of, basically, you could tell the story of, almost like a father-son relationship between Brock and Paul Heyman. I brought you into this world, and I will take you out, and I'm going to take you out with Oba fucking Femi, the next big thing.
And if I would take a guy that was like a brother or a son to me, what do you think I would do to other people too?
Yeah.
Throw something like that in there, and then Brock rides off into the sunset.
Yep.
I think the realistic nature is with Brock is that Brock's going to get 2 more matches, one being Oba Femi, and I think the next one's going to be at SummerSlam with Gunther, and I think Gunther will retire him. That's what I think they'll do. Do they go down that route? I don't know. Maybe they change it up a little bit with Oba Femi now, because if this guy can stay hot, he could have like what Brock did. Brock debuted like right off the bat after WrestleMania. I think he was on the night after WrestleMania is when he debuted, and he won the belt a few months later. Like it was like 4 months later at SummerSlam or something.
Yep.
Maybe they're pushing Oba Femi to be this type of guy like they did with Brock, where he just takes over. You know, like if
Do you
you
think
really
he has
want
the? Do you think he has the mainstream appeal with the outfit, the culture ties, all that stuff? Do you think they should go a different route?
I don't understand the cultural stuff too, so I'm not disrespecting it in any way. I just whether this is how it really looks or not, it looks like when he wears that necklace, like the Dunkin' Donuts minis, that they have wrapped around a piece of rope and they put around his neck. I don't like it. I think his costume that he comes out with, his outfits and his gimmick look, at least the look of it, I think it looks like shit. That's
It
just
looks
me.
like shit.
Yeah. It looks just like somebody got it made for $50 over at the local print shop, Like that's kind of like what
They
it
just threw
reminds me.
some shit together and said, "Here you
Yeah.
go."
Now, if that's this culture and how they do it like that, and that's the authentic look, then I'm wrong, and that's how it's supposed to be, and they're trying to be authentic with it.
I like the little march that he does. It's almost like a war drum
Yeah.
march, like Alex Pereira when he comes out to the
Yeah.
UFC and stuff. It's kind of like that. So in that aspect, I try to look at it that way. Like he's doing the Alex Pereira to the ring. It's his war march, and he
love
gets
it.
in there and he fucking destroys it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty
And
cool.
he is an imposing character too. I mean, when
Mhm.
he makes Brock Lesnar look small, that's when
When he power bombed him like that,
with ease.
for me, and kudos to Brock too for jumping up that fucking high. But
He sold the shit out of that, folks.
he put Oba over, and Brock doesn't do that for just anybody. You know what I mean? So he's got a reputation of not putting people over like that. So he must see something in Oba Femi.
You know how much he put him over if you look at this little detail of what happened in this segment. Brock Lesnar tells him, people pointed it out, I saw it online, you can see it. He's telling Oba Femi to put his foot on him and stand on top of him with his foot. Brock picked up on that. You can see him calling it out to him. And Oba Femi then puts his foot on him and stands on top of the beast. And Brock, you could see, was the one that initiated that. So I think he definitely sees something in this kid too, because Brock isn't going to put over anybody unless he wants to, Yeah. That's just how it's going to be. He's one of the few guys in the history of the business that has that type of clout for whatever reason.
Sure.
So I don't think Brock's winning this against him. It would be stupid to not have Oba Femi beat Brock Lesnar and just
right.
To me,
1 second, bub.
Yeah, go for it. To me, I don't even want to see it being a long match between them. I don't want to see.
I kind of do.
I want to see Oba steamroll him like Goldberg did that time and squash him.
I kind of do want to see a lot because we haven't seen anybody take Brock to those. I want to. Here's what I want to see. I want to see it look like it's gonna go Brock's way. I want to see Brock get in there. I want to see Brock do the German suplexes. I want to see him do the clotheslines, the same old shit that we've seen, and make it look like he's gonna dominate Oba Femi. Right? Hits him with the F5. Hits him with the second F5 just for good measure. Goes to pin him, and Oba kicks out. Then I want to see Oba get up and destroy the beast.
I like that too. Like when he hits his F5 on him multiple times, 2, 3, 4 times, wherever he hits it. To me, if you're going to do something like that, like I'd want to see, I don't know if he could athletically do this. I bet you he could because he's a hell of an athletic guy, and big men have been able to do this. Think about Brock just creaming him down, hitting him with like 2, 3, 4 of those F5s, going for the pin. Oba just pushes him up and throws him off of him and kips up and then just destroys him and squashes him.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Like that would be a fucking moment right there.
Because you would think everybody's going to go, oh, this is the stereotypical suplex city, fucking F5, it's over. And then when you throw that twist in there of Oba's like, not today, buddy. Not today. I got your number,
Yep. Takes everything he's got and then some, and that's killed everybody else. Brock's thinking he's getting a pin, just chucks him up in the air, kips up, comes up, whatever way he can get up. Bam, bro, kills him. I don't know what his finisher is, so maybe it's that power bomb. I guess I would assume
it's a pop-up power bomb. Maybe I don't know.
It's got to be that power bomb that he hit on Brock. I would assume that's
Kevin Owens' old finisher, the pop-up power bomb.
But yeah, I'm sure maybe. Did they do it any different than one another? I don't know if it's stylistically that much different. I'll have to watch more of Oba, to kind of see. Maybe I'll go and look on that, a few of his clips, and see if it is just exactly like Kevin's. Maybe there's a little variation to it. I don't know, but
Well, Oba sits, Kevin stood up.
There you go. Okay, so a little variation to it. But for him to do this move, it's just a badass finisher for him. It's a simpler one. It's a perfect big man one.
Right.
You know, it's a perfect big man one. When was the last time Lesnar had a 20-minute match? Was it against Angle? Yeah, probably there. The Fall from Grace Powerbomb, Jeremy says what it's called. There you go. Yeah, the Fall from Grace, because I remember hearing him say it a few times now. Oba's going to do Hulk Hogan to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania Night 2. And Night 1, Seth Rollins pushes Brock to his limit. I don't know if they'll put Seth. I think they're going to go Logan Paul for Seth.
I think they're going Logan Paul for Seth. It would be silly as shit to put Brock on both Night 1 and Night 2. And to be honest with you, I don't think Brock wants to do two matches on 2 different nights. No. He's in there to get his money and go home. You know?
Yeah. He's definitely put him over in this match. I can't see how they couldn't. It would be a catastrophic mistake, you know, if they have Brock get the victory.
It really would.
Yeah. It would be a catastrophic mistake to me for them. That's how you would not make him a main eventer anytime soon.
Yeah, if you bury Oba at this point, yeah, you know, I don't want to see a Undertaker Jeff Hardy moment where Brock goes, great job, kid, you know, and steamrolls Oba, you know. I want to see Oba go over on Brock.
It's got to. And to me, going back to what Laza was saying there kind of earlier with maybe throwing, you know, Oba in there and getting the belt on him at SummerSlam. Could be interesting.
Could be. Rabbi, the reason why they're picking Logan Paul is the shelf, you know, a.k.a. the Vision. Everybody's been hurt. Their plans got destroyed, man. It was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Punk this year. I believe that. Now they're having to throw an audible, and Logan Paul is the only thing left in the Vision to put him against, really, that's healthy. It should have been Braun Breaker if they were going to go that route after Seth got injured. You know, but Braun Breaker, he's injured, and, you know, Bronson Reed, the Browns, they're gone right now. So Logan Paul is the next best thing. I don't want to see Seth Rollins going against Austin Theory, so it's got to be Logan Paul.
He does a handicap match against him.
I just got to say this, and it just put a really bad taste in my mouth. If Austin Theory gets a match on WrestleMania and Gunther doesn't,
whoa,
we need to riot, dude. Seriously.
Yeah. All right. Going back to Oba really quick to wrap this segment up, because I got another thing I want to bring up to end the show tonight. But now that we've talked about Oba, we saw this amazingly cool thing that happened on Raw, that awesome moment. We see where they're going with stuff. Is Oba a main event star in the making, you think? You think he's going to be a main eventer?
I do, as long as they don't fumble the bag like they've done with countless other people. You know, Shinsuke Nakamura was a guy to me that I thought had everything in the bag. The writing was on the wall, and for whatever reason, they pulled the plug on him. You know, The Fiend, you know, unstoppable force, hottest thing in wrestling. They fucking fumble the bag with him and they release him. You know, WWE has done this over and over and over with guys. You could even say Kevin Owens and a few other people, Kofi Kingston. We could go down the list. Daniel Bryan, you know, they build these guys up to take the brass ring and be the next megastar. And then for some reason or another, they just pull the plug on him. And I hope Oba's not the same victim of that. I think he has all the tools in the bag to be a massive star. Yeah, I think he could take the brass ring and go with it, just like I think Gunther can too. I think those two collectively are the future.
Good points. Very good points. I think Oba's going to be a main event player after seeing him. He's got the it factor to him.
Do they stick with him for long term though? Does he have enough in the gas tank and entice you that much that you see a plan down the road with Oba Femi?
That's going to be the hard part right there. That's where they're really going to test this and see if it's something that's just going to be, like you said, a Kofi Mania moment, or is it going to be a real fucking long, lengthy career as a badass? That's where it's gonna be interesting to see how they tell his storyline out and how they're gonna view him, if they can write him properly. I think long-term wise, I think there's so many things they could do with this guy now that he's on the big roster.
There's not enough big men in the roster, I feel like, to keep that gas tank with this guy.
But there's a lot of big name players that are bigger name, upper mid card people they can pair him with too, if need be, and to get him into good feuds and to elevate him as well. You gotta make this guy be like a Goldberg, where he's just taking everybody out over and over, not having him lose. I know he was in NXT, lost once or twice there, whatever. I know he had that, but main roster wise, have this guy go on a long ass undefeated streak. Have him not get beaten for years. Do something like that. Build this guy up as the big man that can actually kick the fuck up out of people and just take anybody out, man. This is the guy that's going to be here and nobody's beating him. That's the gimmick you got to give him.
Yeah.
Roll with it. See how he does. If he doesn't draw flies to shit for you, then you got to deviate from it. But let this guy have some time. I think you'll get it. I think you'll get him to that level. I think he's got a lot of potential to be a megastar in a real short period of time. But let's see where it goes.
And hey, I got to put it out there. Longtime listener Jude is the one that called it first. He's the one that told us Oba was going to be the next guy. And I'm like, Oba Femi is the next guy. Get the fuck out of here. And he is, so.
Yeah. Randy Orton, let's close on this. Randy Orton, did you see the backstage stuff with Randy Orton? First thing I got to say is, I guess this is the look they were going for with the fuzzy camera, view of him, which was just stupid to me. I don't really understand it, but I guess you were trying to give out that he was like Rabbi and is in parts unknown somewhere, but they got Randy on the phone and they're going to do an interview with him. And he's on the phone with this mysterious character and is starting to kind of throw out some little hints maybe, but nobody can really, get exactly what it is. He says to this person, "It was great seeing you a few weeks ago. And I listened to what you had to say, and you were right. You saw that." And then goes on to say we're going to show them that there's not only one wrestling or royal wrestling family or whatever that line is in Cody's intro.
Mm-hmm.
So now everybody's talking. Who's he talking to? Who is Randy Orton talking to that might help him out or assist him in this feud? There's got to be somebody here. There's got to be some purpose for them doing that and throwing these little innuendos out. Are you seeing the same thing I'm doing, that they're going to pair somebody up to maybe help him out, or somebody maybe to cost Cody the match here in some way, shape, or form? Do you see that, or do you think they're just going to go one-on-one, no interferences, none of that bullshit in this match? Or
they gotta, in my opinion, they gotta go one-on-one with the story, just to the respect of the story and stuff like that. But there was somebody today, and again, I don't watch NXT, so I don't know who the fuck they're talking about. But they're trying to start another formation of the Legacy 2.0, I guess.
Okay.
That's what I hear. I don't know who the fuck they would do that with, but it could be interesting. I just want to see Randy versus Cody.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the Legacy story told already. We don't need to rehash that shit. Let's just do Cody versus Randy. I mean, because listen, all of Cody Rhodes' stories have all had interference.
Mm-hmm.
And you've had Travis Scott and The Rock. You've had the Bloodline fucking matches and all this stuff. Make it straight up Randy versus Cody and just make it a bloody fucking brawl. And of two guys who it's the mentor versus the student, and the mentor's getting one up on the student.
So here's my thing that I think is what they're maybe finally going to get some type of payoff to, something that we saw last year that we never got the payoff to. Could this person that Randy was talking to lead to the return of The Rock to cost Cody this match?
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You don't think any chance that it could be The Rock that comes out? The royal,
Nope.
The other wrestling royal family, thing that he says to him. You don't think it's him?
Zero.
What about Jericho?
Could be Jericho.
Okay. I think Jericho probably is your most logical one. And
then you set up Cody versus Jericho. That's a good match.
And there's a storyline there, because wasn't the reason that Cody never got another shot in AEW at the belt, wasn't it when he lost to Jericho?
Yep.
So you could tell a little storyline from the past a little bit on that one too. And
You could.
you got the whole Randy and Jericho history too. So maybe they could throw him there with him. I don't know about the whole royal family of wrestling line with Jericho, because he's the only one from his family. His dad was the hockey player.
Well, who the hell could it be then?
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess The Rock is the only one that makes sense, but they've already said he's not going to come.
Yeah. It'll be. I don't know. I think it's got to be Jericho. It's got to be him.
He's got to show up at some point, right?
Orton was talking to Danhausen. Cody is cursed.
Gotta say, Danhausen's one of my new favorite things.
Guy's the fucking gift that keeps on giving. He's hilarious. It's like WWE's is doing my idea of Randy Orton and Cody having issues from the past. Yeah, I'm interested to see where they might go with this because let's be realistic. Cody's top performer and has really performed on a high level for a long ass time right now. And Randy Orton's just Randy Orton. So,
dude, I would pop if it was Dirty Dom. Dude, I would pop if it was Dirty Dom.
Can you imagine like them playing the intro to Cody music or Cody Rhodes' thing to unveil this person, and then Dirty Dom's music hits and he comes out, wrestling.
He's got to come out in a lowrider, dude. It'd be fucking hilarious.
It would be tremendous with Dirty Dom.
He's got to hit up Vanilla Ice and borrow Eddie's fucking lowrider.
Fucking. Imagine Dirty Dom and Randy kind of paired up with one another, help each other out. Can you imagine the comedy gold that would be?
Can't be worse than fucking Matt Riddle and Orton,
Or were they called RK Bro?
RK Bro.
How fucking awful of a name,
dude.
What do you think Randy Orton was thinking when they paired him up with that?
I'm glad I skipped that whole fucking.
Oh, what a horrible era! What a horrible era that was, bro.
It was the drizzling shits.
That was when I wasn't watching wrestling ever. I think I was even skipping the most of the pay-per-views.
How fucking hilarious would it be if Arn Anderson rolls his fucking old ass down there and spine busters Cody Rhodes? Dude, I would pop for that. He calls himself Glock Anderson.
He fucking he runs in and does like he did for Flair with the Undertaker in that match.
Yeah.
Slides in, just fucking hits the spine buster right on fucking
just
Cody.
Perfect. Boom.
Yeah. And as soon as he hits the spine buster, man, he pulls out the fucking Glock on him, and just does that to him, runs off. I'd pop the hell out of it.
Dude, that'd be badass.
I think that would probably be the best fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
I would pop so huge if they did that shit.
Hell yeah.
Arn would be a fun one.
Arn would be a fun one.
I would be for it.
And it would make sense, right?
Yeah. You could, there's ways you can tie this in and have it make sense storyline.
Or you have fucking Glacier come out, Fuck you, Ray.
Dirty Dom comes out to his father's theme, Latino Heat. How tremendous would that be?
Hell yeah.
Oh, bro, the heat that they would get. Dude, you love the fucking Expendables here, Mike. You've been going on about that for a while.
Yeah.
Wow. You loving those fucking Expendables. How many times a week you watching that shit?
Yeah. Hey, I can't hate, man. I had a movie, Tommy Boy was my shit. I'd watch that religiously.
Oh, your sail is limp. Like your dick. Watch your language in front of the lady, punk.
I love that movie.
Chris Farley is a fucking genius, isn't he?
He's a legend.
Oh, he's a genius.
If only he were alive today.
Can you imagine just the gold we would have gotten from him? Just having him around for much longer.
Absolutely.
Every day. Damn, bro. That's impressive.
Nice.
Man, what do you put them on fucking repeat one after the other? Can you quote the movie like verbatim?
That's crazy. I've never heard anybody be that, big on Expendables.
Hey, if you love what you love, I respect the shit.
Hey, man, we've got a guy in here that's obsessed with fucking Taz. So
yeah, to each his own. Different strokes for different folks, brother.
Yeah.
We will do Superhuman here in just a minute, brother, because we haven't done him in a few weeks. Thunderstorm in the Middle East and boat traffic. It's raining oil right now.
Rand is just the gift.
It's raining oil in the Middle East.
It's raining muffins, baby.
Devon! Get the damn muffins!
Drop them bombs over Iran, Devon. Devon Netanyahu.
What if it's Bert Hart?
Oh, God. Rand, I love it.
Going on about the Expendables.
That's awesome, dude.
Jesus. I'm laughing so hard I'm crying right here, man.
He said Burt Hart.
Nick fucking Hogan comes in to help RKO.
Oh God.
Randy
That's
was
awesome.
talking to Natty and Nia. Well, they are wrestling's royal family, you know.
I guess.
I mean, fucking Natty comes from from the sperm of Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yeah.
Baby, yeah.
Nia Jax's Cheeto dusted fingers came from the scene of their bloodline.
I'll leave my comment about Nia Jax. I won't say it. I don't want to get canceled tonight. He was the best villain in part 2. All right. Welcome.
Oh man. Glad you're showing up, Mike. I appreciate you showing up for the show.
Absolutely, bro. We're just having fun here. Did you like fucking Did you like Chuck Norris? Which one was he in the Expendables?
Fuck.
Chuck, didn't they have Chuck and Arnold? Chuck was like the one that was going around solo killing everybody and shit.
Yeah.
Michael, no. Which one was that? Was that like fucking part 2?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen the Expendables.
Mike's seen it enough for you, me, and everybody here watching now. Later, he's seen it enough for 12 of our lifetimes, and our kids, and our fucking grandkids, and our fucking great grandkids. Man, this guy fucking knows that movie. Fuck. He's written the screenplay himself to Expendables 5.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's number 2. What's up, Joey? Good to see you, buddy. Hearts don't lie. The dungeon never dies. When she said that fucking line at the end of Raw, or at the end of her thing with her match with Maxine this week, that really pissed me off.
I'm sure it did.
You saw the clip?
Yep. I
sent that. Dude, she's obnoxious too.
You were just flipping your TV off.
I was about to throw something at her when she came on. Fuck. It's David Flair. God, it's David Flair and Burt Hart and Nick Hogan.
Who the fuck is Burt Hart, bro?
Oh, Jesus.
Burt Hart.
Superhuman?
Oh, fuck yeah. It's time.
Okay. We'll close the show with a few superhumans. We haven't done him in a while.
Mike, get ready to live if you don't know who Superhuman is.
He's a hell of a guy, that's for sure. Dude, he's been doing some dumb shit lately too.
It's been off the wall. But dude, he's got a great TikTok, by the way.
This is from his YouTube though, so he doesn't do as good of a job on here as his TikTok for whatever reason. He's been jumping off a lot of tall things lately into pools. Yeah. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, there was one where he jumped in a Dodge Ram in the back of it. I was like, what the fuck? It's like cheese graters and shit.
You ask for that one and you shall receive, my friend. I got that one right here.
There you go.
I believe this is the one you're talking about. Yeah. John, you love Natty. Give her props. Oh yeah. I love her like a case of fucking gonorrhea. Blade is my best part too. What if it's Roman Reigns?
Triple H was in there.
Whose social media is worse, Superhuman or Ricochet?
Oh, by far Ricochet.
Yeah. Go watch the earlier part of the show, Joey. We had Ricochet's one of our 3 goofs of the week, all right?
We had 3 goofs.
Yeah.
And we introduced the new Jim Cornette Award.
Double cheese, triple onion, extra mayonnaise, motherfucker.
I fed you Wendy's, you fat fuck.
Did you ever see him when he got out and yelled at the fucking cashier?
Yes, dude. Yeah,
Jericho
was in the back seat, dude. That shit's hilarious.
They're videotaping it on one of those old VHS recorders, and he just goes fucking scorched earth on the fast food girl. Wow. He cut a promo on her. Jesus, man, you really love this shit. You love them, bro.
Action movies.
Bam. All right, let's get to Superhuman, though. Give me a sec.
Oh, brother.
I think this is the one you're talking about, Rich. So let's hit it for
him. This is Superhuman Show. Today we're jumping onto this truck. This is for the juggernaut.
I'm gonna jump in this fucking truck.
and back. Everybody's at home, and I hope you like it. Whoop, whoop.
Hold on, really fast. Is that a lawnmower going? Is somebody mowing a lawn?
You got to blow it up a little bit.
That's as big as I think I can get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's a short.
Yeah, got it.
That's about as big as I can get it right there.
There you go. That's perfect.
Is that a lawnmower in the background going off? Is somebody mowing the yard?
It looks to be.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You guys tell me if you hear it.
Fuck this shit. Whoop, whoop.
God almighty.
What a fucking idiot. Look at that shit. The cheese grater.
Oh,
What a fucking dope.
what a fucking moron.
What a dope, man. That shit must have hurt. Hold on. I got a couple more good ones here.
What are these inflatable pool ones? What the fuck is that shit?
Hold on. Let's go down. We'll go back down. And then we'll go to the top.
There you go. That's a good one. Rewind's in the house.
Rewind's
This is
here.
your film and TV show. Today I'll be dropping onto the pool carnage. This is for
Where'd
the
he go?
juggalos and juggalettes. Do not try this at home. I
Disappeared.
hope you like it.
Hold on.
Whoop, whoop.
John Cena's fucking edition of Superhuman.
All right. I don't know why it froze on me there. Let's do it again. There we go.
This is your film
There
and
we
TV
go.
show. Today I'll be dropping onto the pool carnage. This is for the juggalos
The
and
pool of
juggalettes. Do not
carnage.
try this at home. I hope you like it. Whoop, whoop. Nah, 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 nah. Fuck this shit. Whoop, whoop.
What an idiot. Dude, he's got to have a fucking splinter in his ass the size of that
Oh,
door.
my God.
That one had to hurt.
Rand said, now remember, the aliens will land at Denver Airport. David Flair will help RKO at WrestleMania Night 2 in Las Vegas. Devon get the Muffins. Got go watch the thunderstorm and Boom Boom in the Middle East.
Superhuman still gets more pussy than the rabbi, guaranteed. He's coming out hot. Coming
Place your
in
bets
summer.
that meat will help RKO at WrestleMania.
Coming soon in 2027. Superhuman in the Expendables. Let's go to his latest one here. What does he got for his latest one? Eating the world's hottest gummy bears.
Oh, what a fucking moron. He's doing
We
this
haven't
shit
seen
now?
one of these real ones, have we?
Oh, this is
Where'd you
going to be
go?
bad.
Sorry, hold on.
This is your film and
Do it
TV show.
again.
Today
Let's do it again.
Give me the gummy bears.
The next one is eating the world's hottest chocolate bar. Interesting.
This is Superhuman TV show. Today I'll be eating the world's hottest gummy
What
bear.
a face.
This is for the juggalos
Whoa.
and juggalettes.
He has
Do
a
not
face
try
for
this at
radio.
home, and I hope you like it.
Fucking
Whoop,
heck.
whoop.
This is the
A big
expendable
gummy
outfit. Why
Why is he fucking moaning?
Why is he
Fuck
moaning?
this shit, motherfucker. Whoop, whoop.
God, what a
Oh,
creature.
God. Oh, fuck. Oh,
Dude, is he gonna run headfirst in the camera?
oh, God. Oh,
He's gonna kill. Whoa.
Oh my god.
ah!
The sounds are graphic.
I
Is this
feel
like some
bad for him.
fetish porn that Joey watches?
I think it's more Rewind's Fet Life shit.
I don't know. Joey was way kinkier than him. I think this is a Joey style thing. Jesus.
He said he's just smelling himself. Did he just die? Did he just die?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see him one more time. He's eating the world's hottest chocolate bar in this one.
What the fuck?
Mr. Beam and TV show. Today I'll be eating the world's hottest chocolate. This is for the juggalos and
It's a tiny
juggalites. Do
chocolate
not
bar.
try this at home, and I hope you like it. Woo,
Every time I see him,
woo.
when I think of Tommy Boy, you just mentioned it.
Yeah.
Every time I see him now, I'm going to think of that line when Rob Lowe goes to him. You a lot of paint chips when you were a kid. I mean, Superhuman ate a lot of paint chips as a kid.
It's in fucking plastic. God.
Just eat the plastic, dude.
Yeah,
You're gonna kill your brain cells.
Fuck this shit, motherfucker.
Whoa.
That's not very nice.
Oh,
Family
fuck.
friendly here.
No, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
There
No.
he goes. Come on. He's gonna pill.
Oh,
Bro.
Can you imagine drinking with this guy? He died again.
Did he die again?
He died. Call the ambulance. 911. Help this kid. Jesus. Jesus. What a creature.
Oh my God. He needs to be on JCW Lunacy.
I bet it was Meat on the phone as SmackDown was in his hometown. Remember the Meat character for Sean Stasiak?
Fuck yeah, I do.
What if it's Bischoff's son? Everybody says, what a goof.
Yep.
Oh, this was a fun show tonight.
I had a blast, dude.
Yeah, I was wiped out before we started. I was chatting with you about an hour before the show, I was like, I don't even know if I have enough energy after a 13-hour day.
I'm
to
all
do
amped
this.
up now.
Yeah, I was like, that was one of the most fun ones we've done in a long time.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. That was a good one.
I had a great time with that one, man. Thank you guys. A lot of laughs on that one.
The fucking Expendables guy is gone.
Mike, we appreciate you, brother. Come on back next week. We won't make fun of you.
That's that Vince impression I did at his stomach hurting. He's gonna. Oh man. All right, brother. Any closing thoughts before we head off for the evening?
Our news guy Rand, he was on fire tonight, man. Literally, he dropped the boom boom in the fucking Middle East, all that stuff. So appreciate all you guys, man. We love you guys. This is my favorite time of the week. I'm glad we didn't go short tonight. We originally planned to, but we got to do the full show. Had a great time and can't wait for the next one. We'll see you down the road as always.
No doubt, guys. Had a blast as always. Thank you so much. Make sure you
Rewind. You got to show up for the show next week, dude. Rabbi's making you look really bad. I get you're playing bingo with old people, and it's your new kink, and that's great, But you need to come watch the show every once in a while.
He came at the end tonight. He's been
It's
a busy
bros
man.
before old hoes. I'm just saying.
He's been a busy man. All right. There's going to be plenty of time for him and Rabbi to be beefing with one another. That would be like the mega powers exploding if those two got in a match with one another. He'd see. Look at this.
We need a fucking punishment bowl soon.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Rewind.
We need you, brother. We know you just got out of work. We did get it. We did start early tonight in his defense too. So he is a trooper. We need some rewind stories next week if you got time.
We do.
We need some rewind stories.
Bingo before dingo.
On that note,
he's trying to schmooze up Linda McMahon with that bingo. You know what I'm saying?
What a babe Linda is.
Dude, that shirt is pretty fucking epic.
Might be one of my favorite wrestling shirts of all time. Fucking awesome, all right?
Hell yeah.
It's really damn good. He says, if I get off in time, I will, but no promises.
We miss you, Rewind.
We do, man. Richie misses those fucking hands, Rewind.
I don't know, Johnny boy. He wants to see you in your HBK shorts. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, all right. Those don't get taken out for no special reasons, okay?
Okay. All right.
It's gotta be a very special occasion for me to get up there and do the HBK. So
yeah, for sure. Well, come on the weekends with us, Rewind. We're starting to do, oh my god. We're starting to do the shows on the weekends and stuff like that. So
yep. Bare Knuckle was fun this week, but we hope to get a Bare Knuckle card in the very near future for sure.
Yeah. The White House card, Rewind, you got to be there for that.
It's going to be interesting for sure. It's going to be a fun card. All right, guys, we'll see you definitely next week. If we get time over the weekend, if something fun comes up, maybe we'll do something. But if not, actually, I'm going to be out of town this week, so because I'm going to the convention. But so yeah, next Wednesday or next Thursday, whichever. Sometimes we have to shift it to a Thursday. Will be the day we'll be back next week, and then we'll try to get a couple more in the week. You know that over the next week after that, a couple more bonus shows that we'll try to get on for. So, all right, guys, be good. We'll see you next week. Make sure you like the video, follow the page, all that good shit. What's that?
Not to cut you off. Kid's gonna be here soon, man. So
yeah, Rabbi asked earlier.
Maybe I'll have my son by then. Y'all will get to meet him and all that stuff. So,
I can't fucking wait to see that.
Me either, bro.
I can't wait to see that coming soon to a home in Arizona.
Hell yeah,
Little Jacks, man. All right, guys, be good, be safe, have a great rest of the week. Thanks for joining us. Like the video, subscribe, follow, all that good shit. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you guys soon.